Hello, everyone. This is chapter 9 of Choices book, A Murder Homecoming. Chapter 9. One month ago, you were a semi regular high school student whose biggest concern was where you were gonna get your next gig. Now, you and Tyler are trapped in a room with Mr. Lewis, a teacher for whom you just found definite proof that he had an affair with Gabby Navarro. Murder at Homecoming, Chapter 9, Case Closed. I'll ask you one more time, what are you doing in my classroom? Honestly, I just wanted some time alone. He means we wanted time alone, like alone. I know it's wrong, but you would not believe how few good makeout spots there are. Mr. Lewis grimaces and shakes his head, raising his hands in defeat. I really don't need to hear about this. Just, next time, don't use my classroom. Lewis appraises you for a long moment before shooing you away. I'll let you off with a warning this time, Kua, but I'm not very impressed with this behavior. Understood, Mr. Lewis. It won't happen again. You and Tyler slip out of the classroom, blending in seamlessly with the throng of students moving through the halls. Millie and the others sidle up to you. How did it go? There was a love letter from Gabby in Louis' desk. No question they were having an affair. That son of a... We need to bring his ass down. If he stoops too low enough to take advantage of a student, then I wouldn't put murder past him either. I'll drop the letter in the principal's mailbox after school. No way they can sweep something like this under the rug. Wouldn't surprise me at this point. What Lewis did was wrong, but do you really think he killed Gabby? Unfortunately, that'll be up to the cops to decide. A twinge of bitterness strikes you, itching like a spider bite. You're sure there's more to this case than you know, and you can't trust Beechwood PD to... No matter the outcome, we need to put this information to the hands of someone who can do something about it. We can't let Mr. Lewis get away with what he did to Gabby. The next morning, you're fidgeting in your seat at chem class, jiggling your legs so bad that Millie reaches across the aisle to put a hand on your shoulder. I get you're nervous, but all that toe tapping is starting to give me a headache. Sorry, I just don't know how I'll face Mr. Lewis if he shows up today. Make that when he shows up. Mr. Lewis strides into class just as the bell rings. Your stomach twists uncomfortably at the mere sight of him. Morning all, I managed to breeze through grading your lab reports last night. Really solid stuff overall. Mr. Lewis' voice fades to static as he chats with the class, rummaging through his bag for your reports. Millie glances at you with wide eyes. How is he here? I have a guess. The school obviously doesn't give a crap. They barely memorialized Gabby's death. Clearly they're trying to put it all behind them. How could they knowingly keep their students in danger like that? No idea. Mr. Lewis makes his rounds passing out graded reports like he doesn't have a care in the world. When he gets to you and Millie, he beams. Nicely done, you two. This is the strongest analysis I've seen in a long time. He cheerfully slaps down a stack of paper emblazoned with a purple A+. Thanks. The corner of Mr. Lewis' mouth twitch. Kua, would you mind coming to see me at lunch? It'll be a quick chat. I just have some concerns I'd like to address with you. Your mouth feels dry. You ball your hands up into fists under the desk, your mind racing as you grasp for an answer. But before you have a chance to speak, the classroom door flies open with a loud bang. Officers Tate and Murphy walk in, tailed by the principal. Is this the classroom with Joshua Lewis? The police? What the hell? The whole class is suddenly buzzing with theories about why the police are here. Mr. Lewis sets his mouth in a firm line. Everyone keep calm and stay in your seats. Officers, how can I help you? Hands behind your back, Lewis, you're under arrest. For institutional sexual assault, additional charges may be determined before the case goes to court. Institutional? Hang on, I never... Tate seizes him by the shoulder and turns him around roughly. Looking stunned, Lewis allows himself to be handcuffed and stares out of the classroom of confused faces. I'm sorry everyone, I promise you, this is all just a misunderstanding. You have the right to remain silent. Tate carries on with Mr. Lewis' Miranda rights as he escorts the teacher out. When they're gone, the class erupts into cases, cries of disbelief. Did they seriously just say Mr. Lewis took advantage of a student? He would never do that. Kua, do you know what's going on? All I know is, it's none of our business. What's going on with Mr. Lewis is clearly private. Since when have you cared about other people's privacy? There has to be something you can tell us. Even if I knew anything, it wouldn't be my place to tell you. A minute later, the sound of siren blares from the school parking lot. You all run to the window to watch the police car drive away, but the principal orders everyone back to their seats. I'm very sorry you all had to see that. The officers were hoping to catch him before school started, but we're behind schedule. A substitute teacher will be arriving soon. Until then, I'd like to read quietly at your desk. A hush falls over the class. Most of the students return to their seats, but Joanna remains near the window, fidgeting. Miss Morgan? I have to go to the nurse. She hurries out of the room without even grabbing her stuff. You and Millie share a puzzled look. This date keeps getting stranger. Tell me about it. The rest of the week is unsurprisingly a little weird. News of Mr. Lewis' arrest spreads fast and shudder the rumors of the charges against him. We are lingering outside school when Millie, Stevie, Donovan, and Tyler, the latter of whom have convinced you to tailgate before tonight's football game. Still can't believe I let you rope me into this. I knew I'd grow on you eventually. I promise if we don't have fun, I'll owe you all dinner. Even those of us who had to be here anyway on mascot duty? No shark gets left behind. Think of it this way, Donovan. Parties are a great place to observe and gather intel. Gather intel? Here I was thinking we got our suspect arrested. I know, but something's still bugging me. We got Lewis on a predatory relationship with Gabby. He had motive to kill her, but we don't have evidence to back that up. Loath as I am to say this, isn't that the cop's job? Yeah, I mean, there's only so much evidence we can collect ourselves. Is there anything specific that's making you nervous, Kua? Actually, Kua and I might be thinking the same thing. You glance at Millie, taking in her anxious expression. What's bugging you? Today in class after Mr. Lewis got arrested, Joanna Morgan seemed really bothered about it, almost like she took it personally. Isn't Joanna Morgan that super straight edge girl, the one whose parents make her wear long skirts? Yeah, she was at the funeral, which I thought was strange, since I never saw her and Gabby together. So what? You think the shyest person at Beechwood High is a cold-blooded murderer? I didn't say that. She just seems emotionally involved. Mr. Lewis is her favorite teacher. What if she has a crush on him? Got jealous? It's a bit of a stretch, but it might be worth looking into. Okay, can we just put pause on the detective stuff for like one night? Despite what some of you seem to think, we are still in high school. It wouldn't kill us to have fun every now and then. His words remind you so strongly of Gabby and what she said to you before she died, that you're hit with a pang of remorse. You share glances with the others, then smile. One night, that's all I can promise. I'll take it, let's go, before we miss out on all the good drama. You and your friends head out to the seniors only parking lot where groups of students are hanging out in the beds of pickup trucks. They laugh like they don't have a care in the world. You're not sure you'll ever know what that feels like. Okay, this is a vibe. Lucky for us, there's more to do at football games than actually watch football. She waggles her eyebrows, and as much as you're a crack detective, you're not sure exactly what she means by that. As you roll up to the crowds of students, a freshman you don't recognize jumps up from a booth selling spiritware, dragging you and Millie over. Wait, are you Kua Stone, the guy detective? Who's asking? It is you. You're like a hero on campus. Your ticket's on the house, and if you're interested, I'll give you half off of school spiritware. Oh, do it. If we raise enough money, they'll buy me a new mascot outfit for next season. The one I got now is home to some persistent spiders. No matter how many times I shake them out, they always come back. That's nightmarish. You have to at least take a look. These are my favorite pieces for the football season. Wear this outfit to show off your school spirit, impress your friends, and wow a certain special someone. You duck into Millie's nearby car and change into your new clothes. When you hop out of the backseat, Millie wolf whistles. Now that's some sharp pride. You've never whistled like that in your life, have you? Genuinely surprised I even have the ability to do so. Returning to the tailgate, you and Millie elbow your way through the crowd searching for a familiar face. It's surprisingly packed and you keep bumping into people. Whoops, my bad. No worries. Pardon me. Go right ahead. You see a break in the crowd, so you gun for it, but in the process you lose sight of Millie. Kua, hey, you lost? You see April Morris and a few other students hanging out on the periphery of the tailgate. You glance over your shoulder, suddenly overcome with the feeling of being lost. This case is over. Stop being paranoid. You shake yourself and head over to where April is heading. We were actually just talking about you, along with like everyone else in school. And not just because of your cool shirt, I didn't realize you were so rah-rah. Only where discounted fashion is evolved, but if you weren't gossiping about my fashion sense. Why am I apparently the talk of the school? And why are people acting so weird around me? By weird, do you mean nice? And are you really that surprised? You took down skeezy Mr. Lewis. Says who? Eric told Justine he heard Max telling Rob they overheard Rob's tattoo artist and her friends talking about how you found a love letter from Gabby to Louis. Sure, those are all names. You're pretty lost until she gets to Rob. And you're the ringleader, Avi. Our own Veronica Mars. You're a hero, Kua. I guess that's why I've been feeling like someone's watching me. Everyone is. I just still can't believe it. Beechwood always seems so safe, you know? Tell me about it. I mean, I knew the girls were all into Louis, but that doesn't mean he had to act on it. Girls like Colt Walter too, and you don't see him messing with any of them. April kicks Alex in the shin. Cut it out, don't you know that he dated my missing sister when they were in high school? An awkward silence falls over the group, and you wave your hands to break it. It's fine, really. I honestly hardly know the guy. He was around all the time, but he didn't make much of an effort to get to know me. About the only thing I knew was that he hated me getting involved with Radio's detective work. We haven't spoken much since You trail off. April puts a tentative hand on your shoulder. I'm sorry, Kua. I can't imagine what it's like to be in your position. I mean, my brother is a certified jackass, but I still can't imagine how it would feel if he went missing. You let out a startled laugh. That's right. April's such a sweet kid. It's easy to forget she's Brett's sister. I'm not gonna argue there, but I think the point Alex was trying to make is that some men know how much power they have and abuse it. Yeah, Louis is right where he belongs. What happened to innocent until proven guilty? Alex and Alicia's debate fades to white noise as you catch sight of a familiar face staring right at you. Okay, not paranoid. He's definitely watching you. Before you can go ask him what his deal is, a muffled voice catches your attention. Sorry, had to do a quick costume change, but I found everyone else. Millie Shark waddles over to you, followed by Tyler, Stevie, and Donovan, all of them carrying snacks. Speaking of costume change, Kua, you look great. Really putting this cool in school. Regretted that instantly. Questionable jokes aside, that's a good look on you. What are you all buttering me up for? Buttering you up? Babe, you look rad. Claudia suddenly bounces up beside you, beaming from a nearby huddle of stylish seniors. It's the first time I've actually seen you at a game, and you're already talking about leaving? Make it make sense. Relax, okay? I'm not going anywhere. We just got separated, so I came over to hang out with April? You follow Claudia's gaze to find April looking awkward and sheepish. She manages to meet Claudia's eyes and offer a meek smile. I was just leaving. You don't have to. But April's already winding her way through the crowd. What was that about? Long story short, April and I used to be tight. She was like a sister to me until you broke up with her actual sibling. I bet everything Brett told her never to speak to me again is the only explanation for why she's so weird around me. If you ask me, April should make her own choices. Trust me, I told her that a million times, but Brett can be seriously manipulative. Talk about an understatement. I wouldn't be surprised if he controls her every move. I'm glad you both got away from that abusive jerk. Sucks we can't say the same for April. Claudia, you should try and find some time to talk to her. I think she'd really benefit from having someone like you back in her life. Claudia offers a warm smile before the sharp sting of a whistle snaps her and Millie to attention. That's us, Claudia. Crap, I still have to change. Gotta run, we better see you all on those stands. The four of you follow suit, shuffling toward the bleachers to find seats. Dusk creeps into darkness by the time you make it through the screening line. At least they're taking security concerns seriously. Tyler looks expectantly at Donovan, who's sipping on a slushie. So what's the verdict? Are you hating every minute of this? Nah, it's been kind of fun. Tyler claps his hands together and nudges Donovan's shoulder. Stevie reaches up and rumples his dark brown hair. Aw, I think he likes us. Took him long enough. Ugh, Kua, make them stop. Sorry, this is too cute. My three faves all getting along. I could cry. Don't put a wholesome spin on this. You grin at your friends and step onto the bleachers, but freeze in your tracks when you see that weirdo from before, already seated in the stands, watching you. Something wrong? I swear that guy over there has been watching me all day. He doesn't even look like he's here with anyone. Maybe he's just nosy. The case has been getting traction in the news. I just found out I'm the hot goss in my high school. I can't take local scrutiny too. Yeah, no, this is totally creepy. If you want to get out of here, there's a great spot for my fellow teen delinquents just behind the bleachers and around the corner. You mean that graffiti spot where everyone goes to make out? Some people go there to create art. Frenching is art, Navarro. At least that way I do it. It's pretty out of the way, right? Safe from the prying eyes of whoever the hell that is. You can take a buddy and the rest of us can distract that creeper while you sneak away. I mean, that sounds a lot better than looking over my shoulder all night. Plus, I wasn't joking about the art. Some of it is pretty cool. Follow one of your companions to the secret graffiti spot. You'll get away from watchful eyes, create some art, share a romantic moment, and find a clue. Lead the way? Happy to. Stevie shoots you a wink as you turn to leave before turning conspiratorially to Donovan to plan a distraction. You and Tyler step behind the bleachers and continue on to the graffiti spot until the sound of the football game is just a dull roar in the background. I've always been curious about this place, but I'm not cool enough to get invited back here to hobnob with the in crowd. Maybe it's because you call it hobnobbing, but I don't think that's it. You're so cool that the popular kids are too intimidated to talk to you. Oh, is that why you never talked before the case? Tyler grins bashfully, scuffing his shoe against the ground. That, and I always kinda thought you were hot. Not that I really understood it that way at the time. Anyways, take a look at this. Tyler turns you around, body close to yours, and directs your gaze towards the adjoining wall. It's covered in brightly covered graffiti. So what do you think? You step closer, inspecting the year's worth of doodles and words that decorate the wall. This place is the perfect makeup spot. Was this all just a ploy to get me alone? Because you could have just asked. Is it working? The entire school, to whom I am currently some big hero, is partaking in the big game, and I'm hiding down here with you. Tyler's face heats up, and he looks anywhere but directly at you. The poor boy is clearly flustered by your candor. Oh, right. Your eyes pass over the wall of graffiti until they fall on something propped up against it. Ready for vandalism? Hey, what do you say we make our mark? I mean, I know everybody does it, but it's still technically against the rules. If you do it, I will. I'll even go first. What the heck, why not? You pick up the can, give it a good shake, and write, I'll paint, get a clue. You finish spray painting and step back to admire your handiwork. Tyler reads it out. Get a clue, nice. Sure this is your first time? What can I say, I'm a natural. As you pass on the can, Tyler's hand gently grazes your own. It lingers for a moment, but then he takes the paint can and starts his own design. Okay, check it out. Tyler proudly gestures to his design. He smiles sadly at Gabby's name in simple but neat block letters. It's perfect. Now even the walls of this place will remember her. Hold on, what's that? Yikes, looks like someone had a bitter breakup. Broken heart, who are CM and BM? You don't think those initials could be Claudia Rose and Brett Morris, do you? It looks old. If Brett did this, it would have been before he went to juvie. Which was before they officially broke up. Well, we know there was trouble in paradise before the juvie thing. Gabby was trying to warn her away from him. So maybe juvie was the final straw, and it wasn't the first time Claudia broke Brett's heart. If he even has one. You think it's anything important? I don't know, not yet. We know Brett could have killed Gabby, but we keep coming back to him. It can't be a coincidence. Frowning thoughtfully, you snap a picture of the graffiti. Suddenly, you hear the crowd let out a deafening cheer. I almost forgot we're not the only two people here. Where your popular friends are gonna miss their homecoming king? Nah, most of the people who actually like me in that squad are on the field, either playing or cheering. The track guys always sit together during these days. It's like the one time we all get along. Can I ask you something? Anything. Why do you put up with those guys? The more I've gotten to know you, the more it surprises me. We're still on the same team. You just put on our differences aside when it's our boys against the other guys. And not the poor kid versus the guys who are supposed to be here. And that doesn't bother you? I don't know, not really, not anymore. Your teammates are just afraid of what they don't understand. You're different, and that scares them. Different? They've been handed everything in life. You work 10 times harder than any of them. Don't you think it's sad that it takes a common enemy to gain their respect? Tyler shrugs, unable to bring himself to care. Who needs them? I got you and Stevie and... You raise your eyebrows, daring Tyler to continue. And? Donovan's not so bad either, and anyways, it's their loss. You've changed so much these last few months. You're more attractive. I used to only see you as Gabby's boyfriend. And now? Now that I know the truth, I see you in an entirely different light. You look at Gabby's name graffitied neatly on the wall. If only she were here to see us now. She would have made a great addition to our little group. Gabby would be happy we found each other. We all want to know what really happened to her that night. She brought the four of us together. That may be true, but you're the glue of this entire operation. Tyler looks at you, a smile widening across his face. It's a little sad, but the peace and affection in his expression shine through. Despite everything, I'm glad I met you. I should kiss him. You smile back at Tyler, mischief tugging at the corner of your lips. How glad. Is this when you talk me into doing something super embarrassing? You laugh and wrap your arms around Tyler's waist and back him up against a cool concrete wall. No, silly, this is when you kissed me. It doesn't take long for your lips to find his. He reciprocates right away, reaching up to hold her face to deepen the kiss. You feel the warmth of his body press against yours, and his kisses are both tender and eager. You explore his back with touch softness, quarter muscle that hides in his lean frame. He sighs happily as the two of you pull apart several minutes later. I should help you hide from creepy dudes more often. I did say it looked like the perfect makeout spot. Of course, a lot of that has to do with the guy I'm making out with. I say we test that theory. Another kiss? For science? A happy grin spreads across your face, and you lean in to kiss Tyler again. Another round of loud cheers echoes from the football field, and you hear the marching band break into the Beachwood fight song. Gonna guess that was a touchdown? Or that's game? We should head back before someone catches us, or Stevie and Donovan think we've totally switched them. Smart thinking. I have my moments. You take one last look at the marking made on the graffiti wall before the two of you return to the stands, slipping back into the crowd of students like you never left. It's a close game, but in the end, Beachwood High reigns triumphant. You, Millie, and the squad walk through the parking lot in high spirits. I gotta hand it to you, Mills. That might have been your best mascotting yet. I like to think I contributed to our triumph. I can't believe we won. And I can't believe you're so excited about someone else's ability to throw a ball around. What can I say? I appreciate some good sportsmanship. Spoken like a true jock. You should have seen Donovan and me running interference on that weird guy. Oh God, no you shouldn't have. No one should have. If you just proposed to me when I told you to the first time. I told you I was not going to do that. So what choice did I have but to drop to one knee and propose to you? I said no 1,000 times no. Party pooper. You all laugh your way across the parking lot, bidding Millie goodnight as she finds her car, but once you get to Tyler's, you stop cold. No way. The guy who's been plaguing you all night is leaning casually against Tyler's car, hands in his pocket. When he sees you, he straightens up. Excuse me, are you Valentine Stone? Depends on who's asking. I'm a defense attorney working for Joshua Lewis. I'd like to know what compelled you to falsely accuse my client.